For me, watching Tamar Get Your Life, those episodes yesterday, it's just something that stands out to me. The guy David she was dating, and I'm guessing she's not dating him anymore or whatever. I mean, not even guessing. I think I did remember when something happened between them or whatever. He got like crazy. But it's like it was telling in those episodes. I didn't watch it then, but it was telling like, yeah. Granted, she might not have should have been interacting with the girl goalie like that, but yeah, it was something about that damn David. Like to me, again, it just stands out as this a sexist type of world. It's like men feel like it's fine to feel like you dominant to your environment, but to feel like you dominant to a woman, and the Bible, I mean, well, you can feel your feelings, but to really believe and think that you're dominant to a woman, it's crazy. But um, because I know the Bible do speak about he will want to rule over, and this was talking about a husband and a wife. I don't know if it's more specific to male female, but anyway, he will want to rule over, and I don't know what all that entails. I don't know of physical strength. Is that the mailman? Was the But yeah, anywho, then I'm supposed to have something from Amazon coming today that I don't even want at this point in time. Like, mm, I don't want it. So, yeah, that stood out. It was telling or whatever, and it was almost like because he was telling when he had to sit down with Goalie, he was telling her, "I don't." That's witchcraft. I do feel like it was witchcraft. It was some spiritual stuff going on when she sat down with Goalie, but because I just her process when I seen her trying to work through the process, and it's so funny because every time she tried to get through it, something distracted or stopped it, like whether it was Tamar's son or a phone call or something like that. And granted, it could have been set up that way for the show, but I just feel like sometimes that's just God's protection over your life, honey. Like you don't need to be going too deep, but he said to her. That's crazy how she can remember her dreams so vividly. And it's like it was dreams that she was given, and yeah, it's okay for her to remember her dreams. It's almost like as a man, he didn't want her to have nothing. You didn't want her to have no type of insight to anything. And she could have been dreaming that he was cheating or whatever. I don't know. I think in one episode she was saying that, speaking about that, but oh man, it just made me feel like how it makes me think about how I felt. Like, y'all don't want me to have nothing. I'm telling you, you got a cheap, low budget phone, this, that, and the third. And my boy's dad literally told me I had a very nice phone a long time ago, and it fell on its face and cracked like soon as I got it. Oh, that made me so upset because I went and paid to get it fixed, and it was nothing like before. Nothing. It was brand new and it cracked. And he told me, yeah, I didn't want you to have that. I didn't, or some, either he wanted it for himself or he didn't want to have it. And I felt the type of way, like, damn, so just because you don't want me to have something, these so called powers that be operated, move, making me, causing me to drop my phone. And that was crazy to me. And, because, I mean, and on that same note, I can feel like I don't want somebody to have such and such and this, that, and the third. But my thing about me is I try to check those feelings and emotions. I don't try to even, you know what I'm saying? I know that my tongue have been powerful and stuff. I told my daughters that I can't wait till he get me out. Like I speak mine out. I won't just sit around just holding something in. Like, yeah, that person got that nice phone. I don't like to see I'm different, but that's when I learned once you start speaking it. You know what I'm saying? Something did happen to him. He ended up getting beat up and robbed. Um, I still laugh at it till this day. But that's when I was like, oh, my tongue is powerful, and I'm just be careful what I put out. You know, I love everybody call it the universe, but what I put out in the atmosphere, I'm just not gonna. I'm not gonna be doing that. I don't want to be. I don't want God to hold me accountable for. Remember when you spoke? You know what I'm saying? So I just like let me just let what's gonna happen in his life happen. Uh, excuse me. Still kind of waking up a little bit, but here they are out there doing something they ain't got no business. Supposed to be doing work. I'm about to holler out, do your work. Like, dang. Man, he done got hurt. But anyway, waking up asking me about it. Like, can we? I'd like to try some wings now. Some hot wings. Like, boy, can you order a pizza? I didn't order it. I ain't even told them that it's on the way, but I ordered it. My hair looks bad. Like, I'm about to cut it all off again. It just, it's just, it's not necessarily fitting for me to just be almost bald head, but you know, I haven't got the care and the help with my hair that I want. But but yeah, made me feel like David just didn't want her to have nothing. Makes me feel like I'm gonna go research some more of the stuff as far as what went on between them. But I ain't trying to get too deep into it. But I'm just looking, you know, graze the little surface and like go a little deeper. But I mean, like that, she can't have her dreams. So this is my thing. As a man, you feel good about if a woman is gifted in an area or, you know, is getting insight. She don't need to have that. That's the thing. As he was saying too, oh, show me in the Bible where dreaming is from God and this, that, and the third. And of course, somebody on the show went and was like, you know, Joseph was a dreamer. And, you know, you go and read that whole story or whatever. And his dreams came to pass. And I I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming that they were God given. I have read the story before, but I didn't never get that it wasn't God given dreams. And other dreamers in the Bible. What was it? Jacob's ladder and just things like that. Wasn't, you know? But to me, I'm a dreamer and yeah, and a vivid dreamer, and I do purpose to remember my dreams. And things have came to pass. It wasn't that I was speaking or foreboding, oh, this is gonna happen um, because I had a dream about it. No, honestly, it happens, and I had a dream about it, and that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I've gotten used to that being a part of my life. But I just thought that was really crazy how he was trying to take over like that. I ain't care for that, and I'm glad. You know what I'm saying? If she's not with him no more, or dealing with him at all, I'm glad she left him alone. Cause, and And then Goldie had a point. Oh, Tamar twerk on stage, but she can't have these dreams, or she can't get these dreams interpreted, or whatever. Now that's where I have a problem with like her interpreting her dreams, because really, you just shouldn't be letting everybody interpret your dreams, and that's just period. But I believe that there's supposed to be somebody designated that's gifted, that is righteous, that's living their life right, that um, to interpret the dreams. And then just also the way that he was, I guess, living in her place or whatever and trying to take over and telling her that he didn't want Vince just coming up in the house. And was you engaged to her? Was you, you know what I'm saying? No. My boy's dad told me something similar to that. He was like, oh, how can he control over here? If I'm like, he ain't controlling over here. This is the thing. He was not controlling nothing over here. He was trying to, he was attempting to, he was feeling good about himself. What happened was you ended up helping him to even feel like he got the slightest control regarding my life. You know, of course, when my daughter went over there, but that's what was going on the whole time. Is he was the boys' dad was basically stroking his ego and making him feel like. And I'm like, that's a little suspect. That's on y'all though, but go off. And because it wasn't me, and my daughter's dad knew I'm not finna play with him like that. I don't bow to him. I don't submit to him. But anyway, speaking of course, I still miss my daughter. It's something that's meant to definitely drive me delirious, but God, and I'll just leave it at that. Trying to, I mean, that was a genuine laugh, but still trying to laugh off the upset and stuff like that, and still keep somewhat of hope. At this point, I really don't have no hope because I don't see anything happen or changing or transpiring, regarding that. And I just feel a type of way because I know, well, I feel like I know he's not encouraging my daughter to be around me and stuff like that because it's not that hard. And I'm an example of what it would look like, what it could look like, depending on your situation or whatever, if we keep stuff out the court system. Because I haven't went to court I can go to court any given time regarding child custody, and we end up sharing joint custody, and I don't even want to do all that because I just feel like this man should not have took that money and invested in a lawyer to granted, I I love the idea of men. Oh, go get your child. If she won't let you see your child, go get your child. This, then, the third. Yeah, fight for your child or whatever. But he rather invest in that rather than invest in his household when she was staying here, and it wasn't about whether or not he seen his child. This was when I did keep my child from over there for safety reasons because his behavior changed up. This was before where he was not being consistent with taking care of our daughter. So guess what? They say it's all on the woman and all that. Okay, now it's on you. It's definitely, I give it to God because I can't fully put the responsibility on him and act like I have no responsibility in it because no, that's my child. But this is what you wanted, and again, this is what my boy's dad helped you to accomplish. This is two black males who teamed up against, I guess they feel like against the system, but they teamed up against me ultimately, and came against me regarding who came through and out of my womb. So that's what we have. Like I said, if it was done on better circumstances, or if it shouldn't have been done in this manner at all. But anyway, keeping it moving. I'm not complaining too much because I've always wanted my child to have that relationship with her dad and this and the third. I guess I more so wanted it on my terms and on a way that was beneficial that it was going to benefit and help me as well. Help me to continue to be in my child's life and stuff like that, not be excluded. But honey, these are the type I'm dealing with the people that if they get offended by even something I say that's not meant to be offensive, but it just is the truth, and the truth offends, they ready to say, oh, we're trying to make her feel like, they literally will say that. We're trying to make her feel like she made us feel. Baby, I don't care about your feelings. I'm not worrying about your feelings. I don't care about their feelings, especially when I'm not up close and personal. And I barely care about the people feelings that I am up close and personal with. That's not to be mean. That's just, we're not going to stay stuck in our feelings. There's things to be accomplished. We not finna be led by feelings and emotions. We gonna be led by the truth, if you ask me. The Spirit of God. So that's that or whatever. And some will say, well, that's why you're in the boat you're in or whatever, but that's what it is. It's, and that's the one that's empowering me to get through. But yeah, like I said, I miss my daughter, even still on this day. Um the 26th and the 27th is just days where, they try to bother with me because of what somebody else is going through. Somebody else that's not in my household, not in my personal life, that's at a very, I'm hoping safe distance, but shoot, indicating the dream, with indications in the dream that I had this morning, something for somebody was after me and my kids, and me and some kids, I don't know how many and who I had it, this and the third, and it was like we were in places and I was packing up stuff and I seen myself packing up a toothbrush inside like a little a little something, a little baggy thing. But the roofs or like the ceilings were off of like every room we try to go to And maybe I even wanted to think the roof was already off to where like the entity or whatever it was could just like flip in there like a damn Power Ranger and basically get me. And I think I remember it pulling my hair, grabbing me by the hair or whatever, and pulling my hair. And the only one who really did that in real life to me is my boy's dad. Like he did that one time. I was trying to get out the car. He grabbed me by my hair. Uh, he didn't beat me or nothing like that, but he grabbed me by my hair to hold on to me from getting out. We had the baby in the car, and you know what I'm saying. Why you as a father can't? Why me as a grown woman can't get out your car? And you and the not you and your baby because that was my baby too, but you and the baby go on somewhere. What's going on? I mean, to me, a man is supposed to make sure a woman is safe, but you don't stop being forceful. So again, the whole sexist thing and the I'm stronger than you as a man, I can make you do this. Instead of I'm gonna be gentle with you, I'm gonna be a gentleman with a woman, a lady that I love, and I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna honor you, and I'm gonna anyway. I'm going to to the details, but I'll just leave it at that. And so, and it was another time, yeah, when he was pulling on my hair, and that was that night when he came over. Well, he's been pulled on my hair maybe a couple times, but definitely that night when he came over and it was her birthday, old girl's birthday and stuff. And he came over to be with me, and this was, of course, before I knew it was her birthday, and it was all type of crazy stuff just manifesting and all that or whatever. And God even showed me before it was to manifest that something wasn't right. So anyway, I don't know what that entails, and that's the thing. I was packing up some stuff, evidently packing up in case you trying to leave go somewhere and get in hiding. He just like flipped in there, like you ain't going nowhere, and this and the third, and grabbed me by my hair and stuff like that. And I think I woke up, or that's when my son was like, I'd like to try some wings. And even with that, like, I'm not saying that he manifests in them, but I be feeling like he be trying to utilize their vessels to, you know, and it just could very well be they came from him, so they're gonna have some mannerisms like him. But honey, I'd be trying to disassociate my kids from them daddies, honey. And I don't do it in a mean way, like y'all ain't got no daddy, hell no. But I be doing it like, y'all daddy stepped away from y'all. Y'all daddy don't take care of y'all like they want to. Y'all daddy wants to spite me if he acts like he wants to take care of you or wants to try to keep tabs on me as a woman. That would be his reason for he and there, And see, with my daughter, so I'm just like, girl, your daddy can't locate me, can't pick me up, can't do nothing. You over there, so. And even when she was over here, he still couldn't. It's if she would follow directions, but she got a heart for her dad, so it is what it is. But yeah, that's what I'm on today. Like, it's just weird and crazy how males do, how they operate. I have two males in my household, so I'm just watching them. I'm observing them, not in a creepy way, but just like, Lord, let me see how you start them off so I can understand better how they be finishing out here and how they interact. And my boys be trying me very, very slight. Like yesterday when they came together, like they was gonna tag team and they wanted to ask me a question, but that just indicates to me like y'all want to stand together as a united front on basically something that is you trying to defy me or go against or go around. Absolutely not. I said what I said, and that don't mean that I'm trying to be dominant over you and mess up your malehood, manhood, and stuff like that. That just I'm letting you know you need to respect a woman's decision. Especially, of course you're a mom, but you need to respect the woman's decision. If she said no, you don't need to be trying to find a way to go around it, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? So, and I say that firmly with my boys because bottom line, they daddy have more than some rape tendencies. They so-called granddaddy rape tendencies. You know what I'm saying? Just and then one of their dad's dad, who's now in the grave. I was told that rape. It wasn't more than rape tendencies. It was more than rape tendencies. He was actual rapist, pretty much. And so, that stuff tried to show up in my bedroom, and I don't want that showing up in my son's life. Like, you want that. So, I want my sons to be able to respect a woman's decision and respect her no. You know what I'm saying? And not be forceful, not grabbing nobody by the hair. and trying to dominate and control. You dominate your environment with that woman of your choice. I almost dared to say women of your choice, but that's, to me, it's just like a feeling because of society is really leaning towards polygamy. And I know, well, some people, because not everybody's doing that, but I see a lot of it now. um, but yeah, don't do that. You dominate your environment with them. Like, they help you to kill off the attackers, or anything that's going to come against y'all. And then y'all, of course, you raise strong kids that's gonna stand as a united front with you. But you don't, y'all know, I don't want my kids to be on what they so-called daddy be on. Like, and again, he has some great qualities about him that I do want them to have. But he rarely let me see that stuff, or he rarely, if he was consistent on it, he just rarely let me see it. Like, he didn't want to expose his, what I feel like is good nature over here as much. And I was just like, well, why? What's going on? Why you want to be a dog the whole time, most of the time, or whatever? You just want to show that. And when I did see that stuff peeking through, heck yeah, I was already in love with him anyway. Yeah, I don't even like talking like this. I fell in love, of course, even more. Like, dang, that's what I want in my life. And you know what I'm saying? And felt like, okay, well, I'm at the right place to get it. Why don't it just come forward? Why don't it, quote unquote, manifest? Like, you want to manifest this other stuff. But it's the reason why God didn't allow it to work, and it is what it is. And I was like, God didn't allow it to work, but I know He has free will. So, He also took part in choosing not to allow it to work with me, you know. I'm sounding emotional, like, girl, what's wrong with you? Why he didn't want to? But it is what it is. I'm not gonna beat myself up and say, anything was more wrong with me than anybody else out here. I'm just as good as the next, if not better, because I don't have low self esteem, but I think something came along trying to make me, and I'm like, no, I'm good on that. But at this point, I'm older and my physical appearance has changed and all of that. And I'm just like, oh, I definitely don't feel as attractive as I used to. I feel like I'm still a cute girl. Absolutely. Cute lady. But I just, of course, I gained weight and things like that. But, just like, don't try to dominate. Beautify, uplift. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, baby, they done try to stress me out. Even my son yesterday asked me, Mom, are you stressed? Because if you were stressed, I was going to bring you to stress. I'm like, no, I'm fine. I'm actually okay, feeling okay. But who's to say that won't change within a few seconds or whatever? But anyway, I'm off here.